pre-COVID, we were seeing the acceleration of streaming services. They were up 32% year over year. And now during COVID, they've accelerated to over 70% growth year over year. So, having launched HBO Max, first of all, congratulations, 2 weeks ago. But as you think about it, knowing that there's Disney Plus, who does not have advertising at this time, Peacock has launched with some advertising, and you think about the advertising space for HBO Max. Love to hear your thoughts about how you're going to take that to market. What does it look like? How do advertisers really get involved? We've had some conversations that I feel like there isn't anyone in the business right now who's not talking about streaming and how premium content and streaming are really going to be synonymous as we look forward.
Yeah, we're super excited. Thank you for your congratulatory words too about HBO Max. From an SVOD perspective, it was super exciting. It's super exciting to have a platform that is clearly at the heart of how consumers are choosing more and more each day to get their content and to enjoy their content. It's a balance for us. We certainly know that our traditional, iconic linear networks are going to be in business and continue to deliver reach at scale and the opportunity that provides. But we also know that we have a lot of content, both library content and original content, whether it be HBO Max original content or the HBO or the Max side of new original content that we want consumers to enjoy to its fullest. When you transition that conversation to the AVOD discussion, it's exciting for us. We are sharing more and more information each day about what that will look like, and I can share this to give those folks tuning in some insight. It will be responsible commercial load, something we're still discussing, but it'll be a commercial load that is responsible to the fan experience. It won't be something that we feel is a responsible load relative to our legacy businesses. It will be a responsible commercial load based on fan feedback and research and what fans see as a fair exchange. So expect it to be much, much lower than what we've had historically. When you begin to approach that, the data and insights that come in clearly show that there will be opportunity for conversations. There will be opportunity for us to do big things with big content, with new originals, with licensing opportunities, and then there will be also opportunities for us to work with many partners on what we would know as our library product, but has yet to be seen by many fans. So I think where the areas of opportunity are here is for us to really focus in on fan engagement and to understand that it's in both the interest of the agency, the advertiser, and the publisher to hold sacrosanct that fan engagement and to keep fans as happy as possible. And I think we're going to be in a pretty good position to do that. I don't have more details to share today, but those are the main points that I would want to convey, that just as in our business relationships, we look to put the customer at the center of what we do. With our fan relationships, we look to put the fans at the center of what we do. And the fans have spoken, and they've spoken loudly. And fans want a very reasonable, fair exchange that allows them to enjoy the content, but it allows them to enjoy the content with sometimes no interruption, with commercially sponsored, commercial free, and then with very responsible, very low ad loads. And you might see some differences by genre or length for us as well as a host of new ad products. But one final point is that expect us to find a way to participate with as many advertisers as possible. We're not looking to make a choice between one company and another company that might be in the same category. We believe there's room for all to participate. And just as we do across the rest of our portfolio, we have an opportunity for all of our partners to find a home. So we're excited. We look forward to it, and I know that you and I will continue those conversations here shortly. You know, Catherine, you've been kind enough to ask some questions that allow you to get a little insight as to what we're about and what is at the core of our philosophy and vision. I would just ask you this question. How do you think the teams are doing? We have a number of people that, that work with you and call on you across our portfolio, but where are the areas you would like to see us improve, and give us a little background as to why? Listen,
I think as COVID really blew up, and I have to say I felt your team, and we've talked about this, were really helpful. I mean, very proactive, came to us not only with solutions as it pertained to the current situation. We're very proactive in terms of coming to us around sports and finding those audiences in other places. There were a couple other sales organizations that I also felt were really, really proactive. And there were others that came around but took a little bit more time. When I think about the future and where we're going, as I think with the questions and why I was asking you, the things that I get asked every single day is, how are we going to solve measurement? How are we going to solve the reach frequency and the cross-screen measurements? I mean, quite frankly, if we could just get the log files passed back to us, it would help us in the black box of obviously all the apps that currently we can't get that information from. We can start using Omni, and we can also use some third party, whether we work with you, whether we work with OpenAP and others. Like, that's where we'll get success. But we can't keep saying that we can't get this accomplished without actually, it being perfect. Because if we wait for things to be perfect and the measurement systems to all come together, it'll be 2025. So, measurements first and foremost. And then again, we're going to have a lot of conversations around really flexibility. And I'm just going to need your teams to work with us, knowing that these are really, really unsavory times. And there are so many different nuances based on the industry that my clients are in, that we're going to need a lot of, really work hard together, because I understand that you're running a business as well, but we do need to really give our clients as much flexibility in order for them to feel comfortable, if you will, to dive back in again.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and I think that's logical. I rarely point this out, but way back in the day, I started on the client side, so I understand the demands. I understand how it works, and I understand that coming back with an answer to say, hey, I'm sorry, they can't do it, that's just the way it is really antiquated thinking. It was antiquated when I started in this business. It's antiquated now. So you have, you and all our partners listening have a commitment on behalf of Warner Media that we will work as hard as we can to make sure that we are as responsive to your business needs as possible. And, God forbid another event happens where you need us immediately, that we're here for you at that moment in time, just like we were back in March. On the measurement and precision front, I do think we have a competitive advantage because, the idea of data and data products has unfortunately been something where folks have sort of lumped it together inadvertently, I think. And now what I think will be a bright spot is that folks are realizing that all data is not created equal, that precision matters, that accuracy matters, and working together to bring data sets together where we can will lead us into a much more progressive position than we've been historically. So we look forward to working with, all the constituents across the industry to make that happen. And I think this year we can in fact accelerate through this and rather than just run in place. So I think this is a moment in time that is going to provide a lot of opportunity for us to move the business forward together.
I hope so. We really look forward to that because we need it.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Joe.